Hey, what's up? It's DJ Noble. Hey, I had a great time on the Preach J podcast. We talked about my time in Christian hip-hop as a DJ. We talked about my current music.
Yo, what's up? It's TMR. I just want to let you guys know a little something about the Preach J podcast. Preach J is a consummate professional. He's detailed, he's organized, and his line of questioning was superb. My experience on the show was absolutely one of the best.
The Preach J podcast is a great experience for you to hear people's stories who have been changed by the grace of God, for them to share their testimonies and encourage you, motivate you, and
Yo, it's Digital Diego, and I had an awesome experience on the podcast. I'm so grateful I was able to share how good God is and a little bit of my story. If you're looking for truth and real life godly discussions, you gotta tune in.
And you're watching
the Preach J podcast.
Now who that is who preach the word with no compromise? Preach by the Spirit of God, we see his word come alive. Preach. We give all praises to the Lord, he the Son of God. Preach. By holy fire, we set a blaze to that other side.
This is big news. The verdict will probably be already out and I'll make another video on it. But as for now, the jury literally had this verdict in the Karmelo Anthony's case. This is the guy that literally stabbed Austin Metcalf. I'm not getting this. I'm going to show you two videos actually. A lot of people on the black side is saying that he fell into the knife. He didn't stab him. He didn't stab Austin. Karmelo somehow had a knife and the guy fell into the knife. There was no evidence. I'm going to tell you this. Not one single evidence saying that he fell into his knife. There's no evidence. Now, if you see the video, you will see that this guy is literally having altercations with him because they are not agreeing. Then all of a sudden, after he killed them, he ran from the scene because he didn't want no part of it. It's it's like a 10-minute long video. I'm not gonna show you the whole video. Probably gonna have it on the side as I'm talking. But when you see things like this, the tensions are high. But what I can't accept is people lying. When you hear black people literally trying to defend this black man, trying to defend him, trying to act like he's a good guy, and he's not. He's not a good guy at all. He's a bad guy. He needs to serve his time. I don't think he should serve life in prison, but I do think he should serve time in prison. Whether it's 14 years, whether it's 30 years, whether it's 50 years, whatever the case might be, wherever they decide, he should serve time in prison. There should be no slap on the wrist or anything like that. I don't care about his age or anything like that. He should serve his time because he did the crime. Now it's time for him to pay the time. I want to show this video, bro, because this right here is some next level craziness, really, because he's literally defending this black man because he's a black man. That's the only reason. Talk about, oh, he fell into the knife. Like I said, listen to what he said, but keep in mind there was no evidence that this guy fell into the knife. Take a look.
Austin fell onto Karmelo's knife trying to attack him because the knife is 3.5 inches. The cut was only 2. Loon, if I'm stabbing you, why am I going halfway with a knife blade that's only 3.5 inches? You fell onto my knife.
I heard no evidence of Karmelo Anthony or Austin Metcalf falling into a knife. I heard no evidence of that whatsoever. And there were 21 people, who was considered for the jury. You had grand jury testimony and all of this other stuff going on. And there was 21 people that were talked to. There were witnesses that were in attendance. Nobody talked about Austin Metcalf falling into a knife. I don't know where that comes from.
Me either.
And obviously because of how severe the penalty was, 35 years in prison, We're going to take into account history from an historical perspective, from a racist perspective, and we're not going to be uncomfortable with the discrepancy that exists between somebody like Casey Allison compared to a Karmelo Anthony. I got that part.
They made him look crazy. Boy, he
doesn't give us a license and then turn around and then just come up with stuff that might have been, as opposed to listening to the evidence that was actually disseminated and making reaching a conclusion based off of that. Karmelo Anthony was quoted as saying to Austin Metcalf, "Put your hands on me and find out what's going to happen."
Put your hands on me and find out what happened. I don't know about to you, but that seemed like a threat. I don't know about to you, that seemed like some kind of person that looking to have beef with somebody else. That's not somebody trying to de-escalate the situation, because like I said, he was told to leave the tent more than 15 times. I think it was 15 times. It might have been 16, but I'm pretty sure it was 15 times. He was told to leave because he was acting weird. And they was like, yeah, you. One reason you're not even in this team. I don't even know if he was from the school. I might be wrong about that. I have to do a little bit more research with that. But however the case might be, he gave them the ick, and they was not comfortable seeing him with the other players. Like I said, this was not a race thing. A lot of people are trying to make it into a white and black crime, a black and white crime, whatever the case might be. A black person killed somebody. It's really not what you think it is. He's not really an evil person. He's actually a nice, kind sweetheart. He's a kind man, and you should not think otherwise. If you think otherwise, you are wrong. They are not wrong. This is what they're saying. Literally. But verbatim, they literally say he literally fell into the knife. Like, he literally fell into the knife. Like, every crime is perfect. How many crimes that were planned out, I'm going to wait for this person, that and this, that something went wrong? What he probably did, This is just a scenario. Hear me out. What he probably did was he had a whole plan that he was going to kill this guy, right? His plan was, if he keep touching me, I'm going to stab him. That was his plan. When he started touching, he saw the opportunity. He stabbed him, but it didn't go as planned, but even though he died. So it did go as planned. He was not thinking, wait a minute, let me put the knife a little deeper. It's a 3-inch knife. I put it in 2-inch. He's not thinking about that. But if you listen to what he's saying, it kind of makes sense if you start actually trying to listen. Like, oh my goodness, yeah, it's a 3-inch blade. He only was in 2-inch. But if you look at the videotape, you will literally see the altercation with him, Karmelo, and Anthony. They was not getting along, and he didn't like him. Literally. This was literally happening. I have another video I want to show real quick. This is a video, like I said, they watched the verdict. I hope he is found guilty. I do. Anybody that say otherwise are crazy. They dumb and stupid. If you believe that this person did not deserve to go in prison, I don't care about how many years it is, but he deserved to go in prison. If you don't think that, there's something wrong with your moral compass, views, standpoint. There's something wrong. But there's already, a lot of protests on both sides. I'm going to show you this video right now. Like I said, the verdict is already reached. By the time this video is out, it probably already reached. I'm probably going to make another video about it, if he's guilty or not guilty, and what I think about that. But without further ado, take a look at this.
It is, and to give you some perspective, they are across the street from where I'm standing right now. I could hear people screaming, chanting, but I really want to mention that security here is tight. I mean, there have been sheriff deputies roaming this entire parking lot for days, really anticipating this. And you even had Karmelo Anthony supporters out here yesterday telling supporters, make sure that you don't make this case about what's going on outside the courtroom, make it about what's happening inside the courtroom, really telling people to make sure that they are civil. But as you could hear and probably see right now, things are quickly heating up. This case, it's caused a lot of strong emotions on both sides.
Hey, Brooke, stand by if you would. We want to come back to Kelly Stimson, who's still with us. Kelly, what do you make of the quick verdict by the jury here? Because as we pointed out with Brooke, sometimes it can go either way.
I'm not lying. I know.
Yeah, it can go either way, but I think in a murder case like this, a quick verdict is always bad for the defense. And so I would expect a guilty verdict of some sort.
Yeah, Cully, just want to get your thoughts, too, on these demonstrations that are happening. You can't ignore what's happening right on the screen there. This has been happening throughout this trial, but obviously it's reaching a heated moment right now as we await the verdict.
Yeah, I don't think there's much anyone can do about it, and it's very unfortunate. And as I was saying before I went on the camera, if this was one white person stabbing another white person to death or black against black, you guys probably wouldn't even be covering this trial, and it wouldn't be an issue. The problem is that this is very heated because of the race of the two parties. And, whatever happens, whether the jury comes back with a full acquittal, which I doubt, or manslaughter, which would be a victory for the defense, or first degree for the government, one person's dead and one person's life has been changed forever.
Yeah, well, you can see that, the two are going at each other.
For real. If this was a black on black crime, nobody would be talking about it. If this was a white on white crime, nobody would be talking about it. You would not hear it on the news. Nobody would be caring about the story because it does not match the narrative. The narrative is this. There is a strong racial dividing this country. There's a strong racial division in this country right now. And it's between black people and white people. Or Caucasian people, whatever. And if you're a Caucasian person, you hate black people and you racist. And if you are a black person and you hate Caucasian people, you have all the rights to hate a Caucasian person because of what they did back in the day. Their ancestors. I say this, why are we literally so focused on the past that we can't move to the future at all? We're so focused on what somebody did in 1776, 1894, whatever the case might be, until slavery was finally abolished. The Great Depressions, with Martin Luther King Jr., freedom marches and everything like that. We're so focused on that we literally cannot think about how we can move forward, though. Like, at all. There's no way that, as a community, you can be so stuck in the past. And when you try to move forward, let's say some of us actually trying to, because it is, it's impossible because everybody needs to be coming together in unity. But when you start talking like this, people start labeling you as an Uncle Tom, a sellout, washout, somebody that does not care about the black community at all, somebody just following everybody else. But like, hold up, pause. You guys are the ones that following everybody else because you sound just like everybody. We actually sound different because we're looking at it in a different view. Not only we're not looking at it as a black on black crime, white on white crime, white on black or black on white. We're not looking at it like that. We're looking at, is this morally right or wrong? As I said, they watched the verdict. I will be covering that. I will let you guys know what's going on and what my inputs on this. But this is happening right now. As I said, before I end and I come to the close, Karmelo Anthony needed to be behind bars.